So, we went to sleep. Again, this is mythological. Like, it's not something that's happening in a way in reality of space and time. So it's difficult to comprehend. But the choices that we made are not. And that's what's important to the metaphysics of this concept. All right. So the first thing was that we wanted to be special. We wanted to be more. We wanted to try something different. We wanted to experience something different. This is not that bad. You're a kid. Think of us as a spiritual child. You're a kid and you want to try something new. You know? And God would, or reality probably never let you hurt yourself, so he let you play in a playground in your dream. Okay, fine. So that's loving and that's fine. But we're still spiritual children. So what happens next? Well, what happens next? Well, we decide we want to be different. We decide we want something different. And in this decision, the ego is born, which is the concept of a separate will from reality prime, which we had not experienced yet because we were locked in the situation of perfect love reality extending forever, eternally throughout all things. So that's what we were doing before we entered this place where we started to want different things and make these decisions. And in our sleep, we made the choice to make something up to believe in. Because we wanted to be different, you know. If we wanted to be different, we would need something different than the Holy One, the whole, the all-in-one, the one, the everything. We need something different than that. How can we be different if we're trapped in the Holy One? So, we created one. We created the unholy one. The no being. It has no life. It has no real existence. You can't really see it, although you see it everywhere. You can't communicate with it. It's not made from mind. It's not part of Reality Prime's will. It's not part of knowledge. It's nothing. The nothing that knows nothing. That's what it is. It's an imaginary being, a substitute for Reality Prime that we created out of this choice to experience something different than the reality we were given. It was a mistake. Again, we were children. We were just kids. We don't know. Our parents did not let us destroy ourselves, you know, but we are experiencing this pain. You know, it's like getting in a sandbox and getting burned by the wood on the edge, or getting sand in your mouth, or getting kicked by another kid, you know. Although it's just much worse than that. So we made up this thing, and we made it up because we needed something else to ask. We can't ask the all-in-one and everything now. So we asked this made-up thing, this shadow of existence. And wouldn't you know it, it's got some ideas. Just by giving it any kind of reality, even though it doesn't fucking exist at all, we gave it some of our power, which we were the creators of the universe. So that's pretty powerful, even in our insane dream state. Still pretty powerful. So we handed over this power to this thing in order to have something. And this thing that we created uh, came up with a solution. First, it recognized our problem, that we wanted what we couldn't have, but it, you know, it said that we could have. We could have it if we separate from everything. We separate from reality prime. And, you know, we already thought we had kind of done that. And this being recognized that too and said to us, well, again, we're still one being now. Said to us, well, you just killed reality. You just destroyed all that is real and has ever existed. You have changed the one to many. You're in trouble. You're in big trouble. You're gonna need to hide, because, you know, the creator's gonna come and it's gonna come after you. He's gonna want his power back. You stole it. You stole his power. Now there's many. There was one. Now there's many. You stole his power. It's gonna come for you. That was fucked up. You're a piece of shit. You're a sinner. You're a dirty, ugly sinner. How dare you? You ugly sinner. You destroy reality like that? You're so selfish. You're so selfish. I'm disgusted by you. But it's okay. It's okay. Because I have a place for you to hide. I have a place for you to put all your guilt. You can put this guilt here, and, you know, it won't bother you. It's in your mind, in your thought now, and you can't, you abhor it. You abhor it. So I'll make this thing with the power you gave me, and I'll make up a body, and it did. And we were like, oh yes, thank God. Thank God. I could put this guilt that I have from killing the creator of the universe into this body now and escape it, like this shadow thought is telling me, you know, because I've already decided not to listen to the creator of the universe. And since I have to listen to something, because I don't know what the fuck's going on, I'm a spiritual baby. I'm wah. I got soul bottle in my mouth, man, and I don't know nothing. I'm on the spiritual teat over here, okay? This being, which is now accruing more power by fooling me, or us, because we're too selfish to recognize that, you know, that's not the way it is, and you can't make it that way no matter what you do. It convinced us that, we killed reality prime. So then it gave us a body and said, here, put your guilt in the body. But you can't stand that. Because, yeah, sure, I'm a mind and a body, but, you know, what is the body doing? And I don't want this guilt in the body either. It's painful. And besides, now that I have a body, won't reality prime come for it and try and destroy it? Right? I mean, I destroyed reality prime, so now I have a body. I mean, I guess I could hide in it. And the nothing, the shadow, the ego says to us, it says, oh no, I got that solved too. I told you something. I'll make a whole place for you to live with different versions of you all over, split up, spread apart. Just we'll turn the one that you came from into as many billions, trillions, or quadrillions of things as we possibly can, and as many timelines and dimensions as we can possibly think of, as much as we can. You can hide yourself there from the creator of the universe and his wrath, or her wrath, or its wrath, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. And we, again, as spiritual babies, was like, okay, and we jumped in. All right, well, now we find ourselves here on Earth. Through every one of those steps, or those choices that we made with the unholy one, the multiple, the shadow, the 10,000 thing. It required that we forget, right? The ego can't exist without our belief in it. So it required that we forgot. And we wanted all this. We wanted to forget. We wanted to experience this. We wanted to experience being small, being tiny. We want to experience murder and death and pain. We want to experience being in control and exercising our worst thoughts. You know, we want to hurt, right? Because in the reality we came from, none of those things existed. It was perfect love. So now where are we? Well, I'm sure if you look around Earth, you would understand that you are actually in hell, or what you Earthians would call hell. Yeah, it's hell. It's just like Dante said. You know, you go to hell and you rotate around over and over, getting killed in some fantastic way, just to suffer the pains, just to be healed, just to come back and do it all over again. That's what you're doing on Earth. You just don't know it, because every time you get killed, you forget. And you think you die, but you don't die. You just remember something else, and then you decide again to forget that, and you find yourself as a baby, or maybe an alien, or whatever. But that's basically the descent into the dark woods, the dark forest, the veiled illusion, the veiled woods, whatever you want to call it. That's basically the descent. The Son of God thought that it killed God after creating a thought that was the antithesis to God. And now that thought, which we call the ego in the Course's vernacular, that thought, the ego, is still locked in our minds. The reason that we're in the veiled woods is because we chose to give that power to the ego, and the ego keeps us here because that's what keeps it alive. And it is on a consistent quest to convince you that this universe, the veiled woods, is reality. And that way you will not search for reality. If you have forgotten every lifetime and forgotten what happened before, you will not have a basis for reality. And that's why A Course in Miracles is our path out of the maze that is the simulation. The ego wants to keep us here. It wants to hurt us and kill us, and it does it all the time. And we do it to each other. It works through us because we listen to it, because we believe in it and we don't even know it. So that's what the Raccoon King does in the Cave of Contemplation. Figures out ways, contemplates his behaviors, his thoughts. And I guess I'll stop there. That was a lot for you to digest. I'm going to start teaching you, Earthian, how to think. How to think better, how to clear your mind. Not in some bullshit, ooey gooey, namaste way, alright? We need real effective solutions to this problem. And if you don't believe anything I just said, it doesn't really matter. You can still use these techniques and they will have the effect. In fact, I encourage you not to believe anything I said. I encourage you to look it up. Search. Think for yourself. It's not that difficult. It's a lot more fun. Anyway. Ciao, meow.